tracing on the picture plane. So far, what I've done is already taped the picture onto the picture plane. I used the creases from the folds to line it up with the vertical and horizontal lines, and I used a piece of masking tape to keep it still. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so what we're going to do today is, and it's at this weird angle, the camera, if you're like, why does that look weird? Because of the reflections from the light. So what we're going to do today is we're going to trace the contour lines and the outline. So let me explain what both are. Alright, first, the outline is the outline of all of the shapes and lines that are very defined in your photograph. Alright, so anything external is going to be the outline. Wherever a dark edge meets a light edge on your figure of your picture. Okay, the contour lines are the lines that are internal, that are not real lines on the face. So for example, in the nose area. And sometimes what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do implied lines. So those are lines that are going to be dashed or dotted, and they're going to kind of place where objects are, but they're going to hint that it's not a flat object. It's either coming out toward you or going inward. Okay. You're going to use the VisiVis plastic markers, or I'm sorry, wet erase markers. And you can hold it up whenever you want, or keep it flat on the table. It's up to you if you want to look right over it. But I'm going to ask that you close one eye. And I'm going to turn it like this so that you can see it a little bit. So I'm closing one eye. And I'm going to slowly take my time, and I'm going to trace wherever I see a very obvious outline. Now, if it's easier, keep your hand up against the glass. Oops, made a little mistake, that's okay. All right, wherever it's not too obvious, you can do a dashed line, or it doesn't have to be a perfect line. All right, feel free to turn the plexiglass whenever you need to. Again, keeping one eye closed. Wherever you see a very obvious outline, I want you to give an obvious outline. So there's some places that are really clear on this photograph where I'm going to make a very obvious outline. Take your time. If you make a mistake, you can always take the wet paper towel and you can erase it and then dry it with a dry paper towel. And again, my photo isn't as clear as the other copy is. Now, wherever you're not sure, you can do a dotted or dashed line. So let me go ahead to the nose. So I can see the curve. Again, I'm closing one eye at the bottom of this nose. Okay. You can see a little bit of the nostril. But then on the other edge, it's not really as obvious. So what I'm going to do is I have to make a decision. I'm going to give a dotted or dashed line because I need to show the internal contours. The bridge of the nose. Okay, where it kind of changes when it attaches to the cheek. If you're not sure, you can leave things alone. I'm going to kind of dot dash where the highlights are. But I have to give myself an idea of where things are going to be when I need to shade and draw them. I'll probably be playing and speeding up the rest of this film, so I'm going to stop talking. There you go. That's my contour line tracing. Now, before you take it off of the plexiglass, so let me put this down for a second. Ooh, move my camera. Go ahead and you're going to take the frame that we originally traced it with. Put it right on top of the plexiglass, on top of your pick. It should line up exactly with it. And it should line up with the plexiglass to keep it from being off shape. And then you're going to trace the border with the Velveeta's marker and put your name and code at the bottom. If you don't put your name and code on it, I'm not going to know once I take the picture off what side to make the copy of. I'm going to gently flip it over, cap my marker. I'm very comfortable with it, so I'm not going to clean it off. I'm going to gently untape it. Again, you have to be real gentle with masking tape. It will generally not rip your paper, but you got to be slow. Move the photograph. And then there's my tracing. Sorry, I don't want to put it completely up because of the reflection. Okay, so that's my tracing. We know that this is the front because my name and code is on it. So that's my contour line tracing with some dotted or dashed lines on the inside when I don't have a very obvious outline to trace. And then I outline the border and put my name and code on it. All right, so that's it.